Good afternoon, everyone. I'm meteorologist Justin Stapleton. 5 o'clock hour here. We're looking pretty good. And in fact, we've got just a little bit of cloud cover blowing off from pretty good hefty thunderstorms down around Victoria. But note that they're really not moving, very stationary, kind of just reacting to a boundary that they're firing off of. Meanwhile, we look at a very sultry afternoon. It is warm out there. In addition, we still have coastal flood advisories through 6 o'clock this evening for minor coastal flooding. Again, the rip currents, both of those will likely fall as we head in towards the evening hours. Now, it is warm out there. Look at that, 89 in Tomball, 84 at Bush officially, 87 at Huntsville and Conroe, and 86 out towards Katy. Meanwhile, a little cooler as you get down to the coast, sitting at around 80 degrees. So for the rest of this afternoon, this evening, I think we'll top out again in those mid to lower 80s. Could see a slight chance for a shower to pop up, but I think the majority of the overnight hours will just be steamy as we keep the temperatures well in the 70s. Now, let's take a wider snapshot. There's our storm system that brought through the storms early this morning, now ripping its way across New Orleans. And in fact, Jazz Fest going on in New Orleans this weekend, and folks there really got to keep an eye to the sky. Meanwhile, we've got our new watch box. This is from St. Louis down towards central Arkansas. Area of low pressure now coiling northward up in towards Nebraska, so you can see the whole system kind of unwinding, and that puts us in a bit of what we call sort of a dead zone so far. But we are going to watch over the next 24 hours for that stalled front start to slowly drift towards the coast as we headed towards mainly Sunday afternoon. That, with the daytime heating, is likely going to be enough to trigger off some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, the coverage there likely about 40–50%, nothing major, but still we could see a couple of strong ones. And then we'll be watching for a little what we call a short wave, a little area of low pressure in the higher part of the atmosphere that just rolls with the southern branch of the jet stream. And then watch as we get in towards Sunday evening as that interacts with this front. We see both of these systems bringing a chance for some heavier precipitation, and in fact could see a pretty good little cluster of thunderstorms early Monday morning through the early part of the afternoon, rocket eastward. Now, let's jump in a little tighter and show you what we mean as we see that little front slide northward. Again, the stationary boundary as it gets closer, you have the warm, sort of soupy air in place. That's enough to trigger off a line of scattered showers. It basically extends from the southern coast, moving all the way in through downtown by about 1 o'clock. Then as we get through about 3, 4, 5, you can see the coverage. Again, spotty, but it's out there. And that's where we could see some thunderstorms flare up. Now, watch off to the west as we get into the overnight hours. As that little wave gets closer to us, things get a little more aggressive, especially as we get into about 3, 4, 5 o'clock, and especially by 5, 6 o'clock, we could be looking at a pretty good little cluster of thunderstorms. Now, where this exactly sets up will likely vary some as we get new model information in. But right now, it looks like we could be looking at kind of a messy coast for early tomorrow morning, and then all of that scoots eastward as we head into the afternoon hours. We'll continue to keep you updated on that, but I want to show you what the latest model runs on that is, and also on our forecast rain totals as we go in through Sunday afternoon, maybe a ½ an inch to an inch, and then as we get in towards Monday, that's where we could see some of the bullseyes. And again, where exactly this sets up will likely shift and adjust, and of course the numbers will as well, but I want to just give you a general idea of what we could be looking at as we head in towards our Monday afternoon's forecast. So for tomorrow morning, very soupy start. We'll be in the 70s just about everywhere. If you're headed on down to the Royal Purple Raceway for the finals for the NHRA Spring Nationals tomorrow, it will be very muggy, and we'll likely see scattered showers as they get ready for the last races of the day. So we'll go 84 and about a 40% chance for tomorrow. Now, Monday's 60% will mainly be in the morning. By the afternoon, we should be okay. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're back to a much drier forecast, thankfully. Then we'll hopefully be able to keep those rain showers away for a good portion of Mother's Day weekend forecast. We'll keep a watch on that as well. That's your forecast from right here at clicktohouston.com. Thanks for joining us, and make sure you're following us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll keep you updated throughout the rest of the weekend as we get new model information in for Sunday afternoon and for early Monday morning.